Rangers,
Rangers,
all the way,
all the way.
Here we go,
Here we go,
here we go,
here we go.
C-130 rolling down the strip.
C-130 rolling down the strip.
Airborne Daddy gonna take a little trip.
Airborne Daddy gonna take a little trip.
Mission unspoken destination.
All right, guys, how about Ranger School? That other behemoth.
It was easy, man. It's a walk of cake, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I know.
This is all you guys, so.
This is, jeez. Pre-Ranger. Did you guys have to do
pre-Ranger sucks.
I did pre-Ranger, and I recycled pre-Ranger because on land nav, I fell asleep. Fucking, I was tired as shit. And I walk in there with 1 point, and I'm running in there, and he's like, oh, what the hell happened? You know, told him the story. Recycled that, went to Ranger School, recycled, what's the first phase? Darby. Recycled Darby phase. I was pissed off, you know, with that. I started off with the Alpha Company, and then went to Charlie Company after that. And let's see, everything else is I went straight through, but I have never cried, you know, ever. Not combat, anything like that, except for in Mountain Phase. Mountain Phase kicked my ass, man.
You get up above the frost line in the mountains.
Oh my, it was cold as shit. It was wintertime. I was a 240 guy at the time, and dude, that was the only time I've ever like shed a tear, you know, ever. And that was the first time, man. I mean, I got sick. I didn't put an iodine pill inside my canteen, and I'm looking at this water. I'm hallucinating somewhat, and this cold water, you know, is running down the stream. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. So I put my canteen in it, fill it up, and start drinking it down. And I look up, and there's a couple of guys, you know, taking a piss in the stream. And I'm like, well, you know what? Can't be that bad. I mean, there's, you know, it's diluted, you know. And I remember.
You know that's when you're tired, when you just say,
fuck it.
Fuck it.
It can't be that bad.
We were getting like out in the field. They were like, you guys got 15 minutes to rack out before we have to get back up and make like a freaking walk from hell. And I remember walking a couple of days later, and I just started throwing up and, you know, shitting all over the place, and it was pretty fucking bad, man. I had to get 3 IVs. Got sent back to the medical station, but I mean, it was fucking bad, dude. I was painting trees, man. Yeah, it was ridiculous, dude.
Dude, I could actually like pinpoint like one of the worst days of my life was in Mountain Phase.
Yeah.
When you know, there's up in the Tennessee Valley Divide, there's all those trail hippies.
Yeah.
Like your folks up in Oregon, Burkhart.
You run into the Burkhart to the mountains.
Yeah. So there's all these trail hippies up there, and we're coming out of the patrol base in the morning, and once again, I'm the 240 gunner.
Yeah.
Like every other fucking day. So I got the 240, I'm exhausted, coming out of the patrol base, going on patrol, and there's 2 of the trail hippies on either side of the path, and they're talking to each other. And as I'm walking by, one says to the other, my name's Ziggy, I didn't catch your name. And the other trail hippie is like, my name's Geo, for geochemistry. And
You
I
got
just
a pretty mouth.
head down, kept walking. Like, I want to shoot. I wish this 240 had live rounds. I'd shoot myself. I'd shoot them, and then I'd shoot myself.
Holy crap.
Dude, I was another bad story about Ranger School. Ate all my MREs in Florida phase, where they give you like 10 MREs at once. Starving. It was like, yeah, towards the last evolution you have to do in Ranger School. I ate all my MREs. I had nothing left, so I was like begging people for Skittles and peanut butter and stuff like that. I started taking the sugar packets and putting water in it to make a paste and eat that. It was freaking bad, man. Did that, and geez, other than that, man, I had a hallucination. I was standing up pulling security somewhere, and I fell face first and got up. I was like, you know what, that fucking hurt, so I'm gonna take a knee. So, you know, less distance to fall. Take a knee, same thing, fell asleep again, face first. So I lay down, and I'm doing the, put my hands over my face to look like I'm, you know, looking out, doing the security. And I look up, and no shit, George Foreman is in front of me. And he's advertising this badass George Foreman grill. And he's showing me all the different things I can make with it. Like, he's like, if you put ramen noodles on here with just crack an egg and put it on, you got this, you know, epic steak. And I remember,
Wait, ramen noodles and egg make steak?
dude, it was
Even
badass.
his hallucinations is
Dude, it was
stereotypical.
a George Foreman grill, man, from like heaven, you know. And I remember talking to George Foreman, and the RI walks up. He's like, "The fuck are you doing, Ranger?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing, you know, just, pulling security." And I'm sure you guys done it too. Like in the back of your Ranger handbook, you put all your little recipes and stuff you want to buy when you get back home. The first thing I bought was a George Foreman grill. And I made everything on that George Foreman grill. Like from, dude, you name it, hard-boiled eggs, if I could put it on there. I made it on the George Foreman grill, man.
I didn't know you could do hard.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
No, you can't do it, but I tried. Dude, I mean, I had, I still have it to this day. I made steak on it, and I'll never forget that day. This Bush turned into George Foreman. He's like talking to me, like one-on-one, man.
We're gonna link this to George Foreman, and you're gonna get a free grill.
Dude, I already have a grill, man.
But I remember being so exhausted by Florida phase. Like, me and this kid from a LURS unit had to go and pull fucking, like, right-hand security for this ambush. So me and him, we go out there, and, you know, we do the whole Ranger thing where, like, you lay down in the prone and you got your, like, ankles in
Oh,
it
yeah.
so you can keep each other awake. And I'm like, okay, dude, you stay awake, you keep me awake, I'll keep you awake. We'll get through this
Turns
together.
into
Yeah.
footsies.
The next thing I remember is the platoon leader coming and waking us both up. Hey guys, the ambush happened like 20 minutes ago. Why the fuck didn't you get back to the ORP?
Dude, I had I was pulling security on the 249, and at first I had no ammunition in it. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of shit right now. I don't want to AD this gun. So RI comes up, hey, load your gun up. You know, he did that like 3 times. This is in mountains, and I load the gun up and I fall asleep like any other Ranger would, and I start seeing in my dream this flashing of lights and all this stuff. I'm like, wow, it's fireworks in my dream or whatnot. And I wake up, and the RI is sitting there with his finger on the trigger, just fully automatic on the saw. I look up at him. I'm like, he's like, you just AD'd? I was like, no, I didn't. No, that was not me.
No, you did.
I had one of the guys who was with me. He AD'd his 240 in his sleep, and he woke up. He was screaming, "What is it? Test fire! Test fire!" And he got away with that, man. Shit, we had one guy hallucinate. We were doing like a 20-mile march. Dude.
Boom! Test fire! Test fire at a patrol base.
We had one. We were doing this long movement in mountains, and I see this guy in front of me. He just runs off the side of a cliff and jumps like he's catching something. And our eyes finally get a hold of him. We talk to him. He's like, dude, I thought I was playing football. Man, he was running after a pass and ran off the side of the mountain.
A come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, come to Jesus moment, man.
St. Peter's gonna say,
St. Peter's gonna say,
how'd you earn your living?
how'd you earn your living?
How'd you earn your pay?
How'd you earn your pay?
I will reply with a whole lot of anger.
I will reply with a whole